Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to gain from night to first light. And today we're playing more Genshin Impact, exploring the new area of Natlan. Specifically around the Volcano, hopefully going upwards and not downwards into the caldera. So there's nothing new on Digimon Storytime Strange, or Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or Pokemon Legends Z to A as of late. But there has been news on Mario Kart World, and it's not much. We do have 17 days estimated until Genshin Impact version 5.6 maintenance, and 40 days until Room Factory Guardians of Ozma, though. And 46 days until Switch 2 release. Thankfully that hasn't changed much. Still nothing on Kirby Air Riders either, but I am hopeful for that game. But yeah, the Mario Kart World Direct went into a little bit more detail about what's in the game, but it's nothing. It is nothing absolutely new that wasn't already mentioned in the original Switch 2 Direct, whether explicitly or implicitly just from the visuals provided. Obviously, we knew costumes were going to be part of it. We knew that the Yoshi's restaurant was going to be in the game, because that's literally one of the first things they showed. I don't know, I just thought they would hold something more spectacular back from the Switch 2 Direct to announce during that Direct. And no, Rainbow Road does not count the way that they say that it'll unlock after doing literally every other cup. But enough about that, let us focus on Genshin Impact for today. Just started up the game, so we're going to start with my weekly routine. I have not that I have not done yet. So we're gonna cook 40 of these. Delicious crab roe koroyaki. We are currently at 1,837 and only have 123 left to make. No, 163. But yeah, we're almost done maxing that out. And now we go buy 40 crab roe, starting here. So yeah, usually I do this on Monday during the weekly reset, but I have been busy working on stuff this week, so I haven't had a chance to do it. Now we go to Fontaine. Go see our buddy Sanguinetti. And since we're here in Fontaine, we're also going to do a bit of running for Buell Fruit.
Into the shadows.
Yes, I've used mushrooms. In this game. The regular mushrooms. And now I need to collect more. Three crystal flies. Two more. Where are you? Where'd it go? It's too far away now. Alright, got all the Buell fruit from here.
Bring it!
Good way to collect Queequeg wood, too.
Ready. Bring it. Into the shadows.
Everyone hold hands.
Loaded. Into the shadows.
And last Buell fruit is over here. For whatever reason. Alright. And at some point I will be exploring this area as a potential crab spawn location. But that would require me to dedicate 30 or 40 minutes to just pausing the screen right here. And determining whether crabs spawn in midair. But crabs do show up on this coast.
Bring it.
right now, for more Crabro, we head all the way to Yilong Wharf. We only need that. We don't go for the other shiny spots because it's either apples, wheat, or cabbages, and we have plenty of all of those. You know, all of these unique improvements that they have added to this game, yet I still have to press and hold the R2 button. Tomato, tomato, and wheat, see? I still have to hold the R2 button just to make this thing go all the way to the max amount of items I can purchase. There is no button to automatically go to the max. Yet every other game that actually sells stuff has this option. For Hoyoverse. Honkai Star Rail has it. Zenless Zone Zero has it. I really don't understand why Genshin doesn't have that. Anyway, we made it to the final destination for the Crabro hunt. And this will make 40 Crabro purchased. And now we're back at 9,999 Crabro. And I will repeat this process in another 1 day, 17 hours, and 46 minutes.
Bring it.
Now we just move on collecting normal crabs. Press the square button too soon. Yeah, there's just a lot of things I haven't done this week. Alright. 6,482 crabs now.
Bring it.
3,550 lavender melons. Gotta get that eel meat as much as possible. Otherwise it's just a pain to collect. Alright, we're above 6,500 crabs now. Oh, I don't need anything from you. I just overshot my destination. Alright, after this we'll have 5,422 horror fruit. And for those wondering, yes, I have maxed out spice before. And this was before the inventory update. So the max was 2,000 back then, but I assume that it is 9,999 like everything else now. But spice is currently at... Oh yeah, it is 9,999. So spice is now at 2,160. And I used that all on a particular Sumeru dish. Can't remember the exact name of it right now. Last thing I want to do is check out this cafe. There are two places to buy coffee beans. Here and in Fontaine. And I have maxed out coffee beans. However, it's been over a year since I've been here, so I thought, why not come here to see if there are any new recipes or items that showed up here. And obviously not, but I came here, might as well purchase something. Alright. Already purchased from here earlier this week, so I did that much. I just didn't do my usual crab row run.
I see everything.
Now, what I'm doing is just rapidly pressing the R2 button rather than just holding it and waiting for the count to ease up to the maximum. While that is a viable strategy, it's not a viable strategy because it could literally burn through the lifespan of the R2 button on this controller. So it's one of those it's good but it's not moments. Another reason why I really would like a maximum button. I don't come to visit these fields every 3 days. However, it's still good to use them to an
This realm
extent.
is-
Especially when it is a item that produces a plant with multiple yields. And I choose that one item. That one item to create for the BP level experience because it only requires fabric. And as you can see, I have 6,429 fabric. I used to have 9,999, and I just used that readily because it is so easy to acquire fabric. Not by purchasing it, no. At that point, I just converted so many of my silk flowers just to max it out all at once. That's how many silk flowers I have. That's how many times I have visited that hotel in Liyue. Oh, right. They changed the layout. Oh, wait, they changed the layout. Where's the exchange list? Interesting. Wait, I can actually grow these things? That would certainly make leveling Varessa easier. But I also want to max out these seeds. Alright. It does not say. Okay, it doesn't say what field I need to plant this in, but judging from the color of the bag, it is not where I planted my quinapa berries and hara fruit. So that's good. Just have to go over to where I actually put these fields. Because the weight, the design weight of these fields is so high that you cannot place all of them on the same island. It's frustrating. I got these things scattered to the wind. Okay. Now I could purchase Kuihua wood, but I'm not going to. All of the Kuihua wood I have, everything is from manual collection. Ever since they added collectible wood to this game, I've been collecting Sunsetti, and I've been collecting Kuihua wood. I've been collecting apples, I've been collecting Kuihua wood. I've been collecting buell fruit, I'm collecting Kuihua wood. I'm collecting lavender melons, I am collecting Kuihua wood. It won't be long before this hits 9,999 without relying on the Realm Depot. And I have 30,687 bamboo segments that was the result of a experiment with the Boon of the Great Tree. I think that's what it's called. Just finding areas with the highest density of bamboo segments. Using the boon, and then moving to the second largest concentration and using the boon. By the time it takes me to run between those two locations, the boon has finished its cooldown time, and also you have collected enough bamboo segments from the surrounding bamboo to reset the bamboo acquisition for the other batch you just did. Because I think I did this experiment with the pine trees in Mondstadt. Basically, you can collect 3 pieces of wood per tree, but then you can't collect any more until you collect wood from 10 other trees. So basically, the game has a memory of like 10 trees that you have hit. And if you have depleted the number of collections from those trees, as long as they're on that length 10Q of trees you've hit, you can't collect any more. So once you get the 11th tree, it bumps the oldest tree that you collected from off that list, and then you can collect from that again. Then starting from that, you go in the same order, and you can continue collecting wood unimpeded. So once I did this, I tested it out with bamboo, and you can see the results. I went from around 1,000 bamboo segments to more than 3,600 in just about an hour. Fascinating stuff. As for that, I'm literally focusing on Quihua wood only. I wasn't trying to do all of the Inazuma wood because that was very scarce. The number of trees that you could actually hit for wood was nowhere near as dense as other areas. The same could be said for Fontaine and even Natlan. But Sumeru had wood, but the trees that you're focused on are the big ones, and they're so big that you can't collect anything from them. So when you think about it, you don't really think to hunt that wood the way you hunt Quihua wood. You think Sumeru trees are for climbing, not for harvesting.
If you ever had...
Alright.
This realm is... If you ever...
Alright. Should be here. Yep. Really? Chrysanthemums? And the Lumidos bells. Okay, now I'll start growing the Sky Split gem blooms. the way. Oh! Okay, even if Varess is not fully leveled yet, it is a good idea to have her on your team, just to avoid the rocks. On to the next mark. Hi, how are you?
Yoo-hoo! Charge! Yeah! Headbutt! Yeah! Hero incoming! Yeah! 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 Why me? Hurry up, Grassa! Here I go!
And I guess you could consider Dracolite the literal opposite of electrocrystals. Because while electrocrystals can only be collected by using Pyro to trigger an overload, it looks like Dracolite is the opposite, requiring Electro to trigger them.
Hurry up, Grassa!
What's with all the ferrets?
Showing you! Yeah! Hero incoming! Yeah! Headbutt! Yeah! Charge! Yeah! Yeah! Charge! Yeah!
Alright.
Why me? Kapow! Kapow! Whoop! Bring it! Rah!
Alright.
Gotta steer clear of other people.
I know I'm missing something. We just need 9 more for the next 10 levels. Bingo. Alright, 6 more. And that's not weird at all. There used to be a time where you actually had to ask someone where these magical crystal chunks were. But now you just find them. You just find them exploring literally everything else. Alright, there they are. 3 more. Alright, collection complete. 3 more. Why would they teleport me right onto this edge? It's just asking for trouble. Alright. Hello, welcome. Ah, I learned my mistake. I learned from my mistake.
I see everything.
I'm not gonna blow myself up again.
Everyone hold hands.
Alright. Now I actually have enough of the Sky Split Gem Bloom to level up Baressa. All right. Still short. They really love making you hold R2 in this game. Excellent. Wait. Do I have enough of that other mask? Yes. You think about the crab farming strat you showed me on the other stream? Yeah, it is a good one once you realize how insane the demand for crabs is in this game. It's always it's always 3 to 5 crabs per recipe. You know, I actually did do a light experiment to see if the spawning mechanism for crabs, if that principle would translate into other things like lizards or butterflies. But lizards are always static spawns when they're visible. You don't just find them randomly. They always start in a specific location and then run from you if they notice you. And butterflies, apart from crystal flies, the regular butterflies have never showed up in one location in such high density for this method to actually be profitable. So that research just fell through altogether. Of course I have to go after more of these things. Fantastic! Let's see.
You might want to get a guide.
Gotta have something to work with. Nope, I harvested everything I could. I'll probably need those eventually, so I should probably look into that before the end of the month. Alright, while I was mining wood, there was a location where one butterfly appeared initially, then after I pick it up, another one spawned. This repeated around 3 to 5 times, then they stopped spawning. Alright, that might actually be worth looking into. Leave a comment about the location, I'll try to look into it. I have time. Oh right, overflowing favor. I also need to find decent artifacts for Varessa. Alright. At least she has decent attack and defense now. I can work with this. Right next to the statue of the 7... Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. That was the one place that actually had merit. Let's see. Right here, right? No, wait. You said Yashiori. Right here? Okay. So there are butterflies here. Good to know. I was doing my butterfly experiments around here. Going up here and coming along this area, there were a bunch of normal butterflies. On top of it are 2 trees. Okay. So now I actually have 2 locations to look into. This will be fun. 3, 2, 1.
Strike a pop! Bring it!
Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Come on. Alright, something good. Nightingale feather. This actually looks pretty decent. Could be better. Eh. Alright.
I see everything.
Headbutt! Volcano kablam!
Alright. Good if I ever need high HP. Okay, I can work with this. So I already have a pretty decent artifact set for Varessa. Have one with high... I have a Sands of Eon with high defense. Just until I can fully get used to her attack style. I had the same strategy for Kazuha too when I first got him. Good one with a decent electro damage bonus, but I had to actually use the Sanctified Elixir to get this. And that's when I realized that I can only use Sanctified Elixir to create an artifact one time, an artifact of a specific type, one time each month. So it's not like I can just craft an entire set. You know, yeah, this one was just a stopgap, so I'll choose this one. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nice! Alright, we're close to 2,000 attack.
What they say is true.
Shower me with headbutt! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Charge! Bring it! Hero incoming!
time restrictions for artifact tracking feature are insane. Yes, yes, they really are. I've said this before, but I'd rather just have kind of like a way to narrow down the types of artifacts you can get from a specific domain. Like if I wanted to focus specifically on the set for Long Night Oath or the finale of Deep Galleries, I would be able to do that. Even if it actually did cost something like extra resin to do to narrow down the reward pool, I would be okay with that. Just a small increase in cost for narrowing down a specific set, and then a larger increase in cost to narrow down your reward pool to a specific type of artifact, like the Sands of Eon or the Feathers. Nothing like changing major and minor affixes, just increasing your chances of getting either a specific set or a specific type of artifact. Simple as that. Alright. Alright, what can I get out of this? Come on, come on. Give me what I need. Ah! Was hoping for attack. Well, I guess we're sticking with this for a while longer. Alright. 2021 attack should be good for now.
Alright.
Alright. Now let's try to find our way into the volcano now, starting with... Oh, this area looks good. Why are you hiding? Oh, lovely, they locked the door.
Hey!
Bring it.
This isn't the first time I've had to do second story work.
Arrow incoming! Yeah! Headbutt!
Yep. these things are the opposite of electro crystals. Alright, where are you?
Heads up!
Where are you? Oh, hey Logix. Deactivated source cores. A strange secret source mechanism. Look at all those treasure chests.
I see everything.
Yoo-hoo! Yeah!
Another strange secret source mechanism. All right. You know, the Salon Solitaire attack a lot of things. They attack enemies when I'm trying to sneak by. They attack torches when I actually want them lit. But I don't think I've seen them attack a chest before. And that is usually a sign that something is wrong. Something is very wrong. Yep.
Shower me with that!
Time to shine.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Charge! Yeah! 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 Hero incoming!
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
All right. All right, a sunset blue obsidian fragment. Wait. Did I see more than one of those? Yep. I got 2 of those.
Here I go!
Okay, yeah, so this is a Volcano quest. Found a weird bug. related to random events in Sumeru particularly. Well, that could be interesting. If you log in and a random event triggers at that time, then enemies will spawn underground. You know, I think I've encountered some instances where things other than crabs spawn underground. I have had instances during the earlier days of Genshin Impact, around between 2.0 and 3.0, where I would be using Raiden Shogun combined with Yanfei, because that would be the best way for me to do overloaded damage constantly. And I would be attacking these treasure hoarders day after day. One day, one of them just ragdoll. When I defeated a treasure hoarder, they just blew up due to the overloader reaction, flew into the air, ragdolled, and then came down on some rocks in the mountains, and it ended up just clipping them between the rocks. I do not know if they fully clipped between the rocks or they despawned before that, but the usual fade into the ether animation did not play. Yeah, that's not even the weirdest thing that has happened. It's a lot tamer. The ragdolling of humanoid enemies is a lot better now, now that we have other various factions other than Fatui and Treasure Hoarder. Now we have the various tribes of Natlan. We even have the Gardamex. I think, no, that's not what they're called, but we have the Mexa Fontaine. We even have the various mercenary groups in Sumeru. But when it was just the treasure hoarders mainly, the things you would see when they ragdoll, it would look like they have broken limbs everywhere. I think you killed a Hilichurl, but instead of falling, it just continued walking toward me while the disintegration animation was playing. Yes, that is the kind of disturbing thing you would see. Under normal circumstances of the gameplay, you can beat these enemies, they die, they despawn, and move on. But then you see the glitches, and you do move on, but it's not something you easily forget. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Did this guy casually tell me to sacrifice myself to the volcano? I mean, I know I'm calling this Sunset versus the Volcano, but come on. Nahuatson's springboard. The Skyfire circling. I'm sure you'll find a way to jump down through it. Really? Didn't you tell me that very few people outside the Flower Feather clan have ever made it through? I'm just explaining the way. As to the means our intrepid travelers take to get there, well, that's got nothing to do with me. Time to cut and run. We're being summoned. Oh, sure, you're not going anywhere near that volcano. You'll just send us. Alright. You know, I'm just realizing, I don't think, has there been a secondary character from the People of the Springs announced yet? Or is it just Mualani? Nahuatson's lead. Alright, let's do this. Nothing like the smell of sulfur in the afternoon. O chosen of dragons, ascend to the circlet's highest pinnacle. You know, this is too fast for me to even read. Lovely, lovely. Oh, you're right, there isn't yet. It's one of those... Yeah. Oh yeah, he was part of this version's event. But there hasn't been a peep out of the People of the Springs. Yeah, I wasn't gonna make that jump.
I see everything.
Strike a pose!
Into the shadows. Shoot! Time to testify. These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
on, come on. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna steal their stash. They can keep the fish. I'm out of space for that stuff. All right. Yes. Making progress. Wait. And the camera nearly screwed me.
Ooh.
Is that? Yes. Yes. Yeah, they really are good. No, no, no. Okay. Fantastic. They're screaming at me. All right. Should be good now. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, finessed that perfectly and managed to collect some pyro crystal flies.
Finally!
Okay. Here we go. Come on, come on. And we made it. Huh? Okay. If this is what I think it is, we're definitely coming back here. A possible stash for farming eggs. A decent stash for farming eggs. Something I've been looking for years. Because that's the one thing I have not tried to max out. Egg dishes. Because eggs are plentiful in the game. However, I like to be efficient in my acquisition, and they are so scattered both across the map itself and also height-wise that I have not been able to find a truly efficient way of farming them. But this might change things, because there are certain locations that have quite a few eggs, but still nothing worth the effort to collect. But if I combine this with the various nests that just hold 2 eggs, that might be worth it. Yes, one spot in Liyue with 8 eggs at the top of a very tall mountain peak that you need to climb vertically or be able to fly with, which really isn't a problem right now. But back when the game first came out, when your only means of climbing were by hand or finessing it with Xiao or really finessing it with Venti, those are your only options. But now you have Shalonen, who can climb, and plenty of other options. So that area is actually more viable now. I think I have that marked on my map. But yeah, in the game's current state, egg farming might actually be viable. And here we go. Just grab that statue and jump straight into the crater. As long as you grab me just as we land. Think about how hard the timing would be. You two stop roaring along with this craziness. I guess we're actually doing this. I've done many crazy things in games, but jumping into a volcano? I can't say that's one of them. Not one I readily remember. But here we go. so now you're scared? Ah. Path to the Flaming Peaks, complete. O chosen of dragons. Traverse the eternal city. Venture into the heart of the sacred mountains. Banish the great enemy cloaked in shadow. Ignite the frigid embers. Alright, that was actually slow enough for me to read. Well, at least I have a direction to follow. A red light. Now a blue light. Okay. Oh, alright, let's activate it. Alright, now we have a path.
Time to roll.
Committed to memory.
Yoo-hoo! Bring it. So, oof, yeah. Yeah! Volcano kablam! Yeah!
Now here's the question, where's the cuckoo sword that brought it down here? Dynamic entrance. This body's name is Ehekado, and you may so call it. But such things as names hold little meaning here. Yeah, that doesn't help much. We got a massive Underground city. The war between the remaining Dragonborn and humans. Alright, the goal is to reach the heart of the sacred mountain. We still have no idea where we are. We have a general idea of how big the area is. Okay. Oh wow, okay then. So, we jumped from a floating island down into a volcano, which goes down underground only to explore more floating islands. Makes about as much sense as anything else on this world. The first sacred city, Tolan. I was not expecting this either. I expected mountains and mountains of lava. Wait. Is that a hole in the sky? Oh boy. Destroy the seal on one of the other two astral assemblages in the other. Only then can you truly activate the celestial axis in the center. Onward then, chosen of dragons. Alas, the pain of a body losing its vitality. I am not used to it, even after all these years. Chronicler of the Crumbling City. Wait, I can pick him up? Okay, that was interesting.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
My inventory is now more questionable than ever. Ooh. Primordial Ember Cores. Pretty sure I have to deposit this guy somewhere. Alright.
Time to roll. Gotta steer clear of other people.
Baressa is definitely good for clearing long jumps like that. Alright.
Everyone's okay?
Strike a pose. Yeah! Hero incoming!
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
No. A Hikado's in our inventory. Remaining astral assemblages must be restabilized to gain the power needed to reopen the seal. Don't mess this up, don't mess this up.
Did that grow out of the ground?
Alright, now we can find more of these. I might actually reach level 90 today. And not have to wait another 3 days. Alright.
Did that grow out of the ground?
Lava. Lava bats.
Running late again. What?
Alright, now this actually looks like the inside of a volcano. Do you collect all achievements too? Not really. Achievement hunting like that just doesn't do it for me. You know, there are instances where you were one of those players where you chuck enemies into lava to kill them, but that won't work with Goholosaurs.
Shower me with strength! Grow, grow, grow!
It is a memory from long ago. The great sovereign who once illuminated the world with his long horns changes the landscape within this mountain with but a flap of his wings. Light and heat serve as messengers and heralds, conveying orders to flames in many-formed flow. Then the great king establishes here a repository for all memories and wisdom. Thus is the sacred city of Tolan created. Thus did it don its original form. This is the first memory preserved in the lake of blazing fire. Why are there capybara down here? Why are there capybara inside a volcano? Huh. This boiling water doesn't try to kill you like in the area beneath the Emperor of Iron and Fire.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
There will be no survivors. Alright, going up once again. The Tenebrous Mimiflora.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
Many dragons once immersed themselves in the lake of flame, and thus did the information and wisdom carried within the liquid phlogiston flow into their minds. But that was in ages past. None now come to this place to seek wisdom. Instead, these crystallizations of sagacity came to be used as proofs of strength. To think that such objects might push an entire species into the next generation would be used as naught but weapons. When the Flame Lord of the Many Dragons feigned death on account of the pitch-black shadow that plagued him. When the human populace outside the volcano raised their banner of resistance. Perhaps only violence could have suppressed the unease that people felt in their hearts. I almost died in lava again. Almost. It has been many years since the Pyro Dragon Sovereign and the first human god tumbled together into the volcano's depths. The sacred city is pitch dark, having been sealed. Whether through the loss of the primal flame, or to adapt to realms now ruled by humanity. The ancient dragons have forsaken both wisdom and form. Others were reduced to ash when the furnace blazing in their breasts burnt out. The silver-white shadow steps alone into the turbulent blazing pool that lies within the ever more solitary city. He knows he can no longer obtain new wisdom from it. But why, he asks himself. Perhaps it is because memory, too, is a hard-to-come-by experience. So, he replies in self-mockery, for there are many figures he can now only meet here. This opportunity is quite hard to come by. You know, when I first heard that line, never did I imagine that there would be so many opportunities to use it unironically. And then there are the ones that can be used ironically. It's really just amazing how flexible that line is.
Turning late again.
Oh, I cheated my way up there. Alright. No path down, huh? I guess we're doing this that way.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Yes, I can bounce on lava and not take fall damage, and I'm dead. I am dead. No matter how you look at it, I am dead. Oh, I am definitely dead. There was no surviving that. I survived?
Ow!
Okay. So somehow I survived that mess.
Woohoo! Let's go!
Okay. Let's do this. Oh, that was close. I almost died in lava. Almost. Okay. Alright, next target. Wonderful. Here we go. The astral assemblages must be activated and actively attached to serve as countermeasures against corruption. Before they are completely warped by the abyss, they will self-destruct and eliminate its influence. But how will you accurately identify targets that have been corrupted? A controllable specimen? Self-experimentation. Has sanity deserted you? This too, as well. If nothing else, this decrepit body may still serve in this manner. So, you shall be the least likely to survive once this system is activated then. Has the abyss at last rotted your mind? Or do you simply wish for all of your kin to be martyred upon your funeral pyre? Such little faith you have in your people. All the lords have consented to this, save you. They merely follow your plan as though blind, never once considering the true meaning behind the scheme. This action does not have my consent. That matters little. Destruction shall also be rebirth. I have made my mind up as such. I fear this is as much time as I can spend awake each day. In any case, I shall activate it once all is prepared. Is there no room for a different course? I'm still searching for another way. Are you certain that you are not bathing the world in flame over some personal grudge? Perhaps. I will do anything it takes to keep our shadow foe beyond the circles of this world. Besides, another way, you say? Will you really find what you seek from those humans of yours? You are in too deep already, I see it. I once tried to make you understand. But just as it was with those of our line who sought wisdom through the pools of flame, knowledge and acceptance are two different things. If you believe that I simply wish for destruction, whereas you have a world you wish to construct, then stop me, slay me, prove yourself to me. But know this, Kukulkan. Though it be not prophecy, simply advice from one who once walked this path, a day shall come when you shall tread the same road as I.
Oh no, I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! Hope I didn't just jinx us. Carving waves!
Alright, on to the next part of our journey.
Everyone hold hands!
Wait. Alright, don't need Mualani right now. How am I supposed to get in here?
Running late again. Headbutt!
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
What the heck? This is so weird. Well, it's not an instant death mechanism.
Hurry up, Brassa!
So shiny.
Oh. Alright. Where will you take me?
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it. So, wanna train with me sometime?
Are we just climbing higher? No, we're going around in a circle. I do think I should go higher.
My parents always say, no matter how busy life gets, you should always sit down and enjoy a proper meal when you get hungry. What I like to do is stack my plate up high, then squash it all down, take a deep breath, and wolf it down in one go. That way, I get to eat my fill without wasting too much time.
Huh. Interesting.
Everyone hold hands! Yoo-hoo! Yeah! Headbutt! Yeah! Charge! Yeah! Yeah! Oof! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Yeah!
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Chosen of Dragons, this place was once sealed. Break the seal outside the astral assemblage to unleash the power contained in this place. Alright, we just need 40 more.
Running late again.
Are these edible?
Hurry up, Grassa! Headbutt! Huh, huh. Woo!
Oh, wait.
Kapow!
So shiny.
Locked in place.
Hurry up, Grassa! Huh.
All right. These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Jordan's pretty good for this. Let's try Varessa.
Here I go!
And we're good. Three, two, one, launch.
Running late again.
of the ground?
It just mysteriously appeared. I was wondering why I was hearing constant flapping in the background. That was a mercy indwelling. Where are you taking me?
Hurry up, Brassa!
So shiny. There's a
Okay.
lot that goes into man.
Running late again. Time to roll.
Glad that worked.
Are these edible?
Hurry up, Brassa! Running late again.
Well, I found the head.
Hurry up, Brassa!
Now, how do I move you? Ah, so that's how. Wow. Okay, that was pretty interesting. Good way to complete the puzzle.
Are these edible?
We have arrived at our destination.
So shiny.
Axial rotation. Alright, finally getting to the center of this volcano. Or not. I'm getting a headache just looking at this place. It may even be impossible to contain their march completely without bringing the sacred mountain itself down around us. Yeah, dealing with the legs is effective. It's a shame, little one, but I fear most abyssal creatures may not need legs for locomotion. At least they got a sense of humor. The astral assemblages can only trigger mutual annihilation. Otherwise, they will instead be corrupted and enveloped by the dark. Hence the nature of phlogiston. When splitting it into the 7 elements, it gets rid of the possibility of mutual annihilation, but is still effective against the abyss. Interesting. Okay, so we can actually see how many levels we got. We have the Ancient Sacred Mountain, Dragon's Residence, and the Ancient Sacred Mountain, the Chamber of Deliberation, whatever that is, and the Heart of the Sacred Mountains. So we still have 2 more levels to complete before we even make it to the heart. Alright. So I can put a cuddle into my inventory, but I can't put this guy into my inventory.
I see everything. Strike a pop.
The Twisted Dark Mud. When within this distorted dark mud, characters will continuously lose HP, and their mobility will be affected. However, in Natlan, there may be Saurians or tribal members capable of resisting this influence. Also, we have the Furnace Shell Mountain Weasel, a unique ancient species of mountain beast that has long lived in the Sacred Mountain ruins and has formed an interdependent relationship with the source mechanism. During battle, the Furnace Shell Mountain Weasel will burrow underground and activate its secret source core to periodically attack surrounding enemies. At this time, dealing enough damage to the secret source core will force it to emerge from underground. However, since it is hiding underground, using a plunging attack might prove more effective. Funny. Where'd it go? Okay. What are you leading me to? I'll have you know I don't follow just anyone. That's how MCs get got fast. And that's another thing I've noticed. Since version 2.0 with that crazy samurai chopping down hilichurls, we have been seeing a lot of hilichurl bodies as the game progresses. But for whatever reason,
We should take a break. After
even
all
with
that
the
running
posing
around.
of these hilichurls, I've noticed that
Let's rest here for a bit.
the devs left in their breathing animation, which makes it especially unsettling. Breathing while dead. It's a weird thing. That is an excellent question, but there is still motion. That's the disturbing part.
Everyone hold hands. Shower me with boots. Yeah. Yeah. Hero incoming.
Secret source beam cannon? A manually operated secret source beam cannon developed to counter the abyssal invasion. Activate it, aim and destroy the encroaching, oozing cores. Gladly. Onward. Wait. Hang on. No, I don't want motion sensor on. My aim is precise movement with the right analog stick. None of that nonsense. Now burn. Onward! O chosen of dragons, the power of blazing fire is with you! These guys are just walking, minding their own business. Then I come out of nowhere with a tank. A dragon tank. 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. Just give me a clean shot. Yes. Beautiful. That's one phlogiston unit.
Did that grow out of the ground?
And we can come back anytime we want. Alright, here we go.
Running late again. Here I go!
That did not work as well as I thought it would.
Why me?
Alright.
Look out below! Whoop! Hey! Yoo-hoo! Why me? Look out below! Yeah! Hero incoming! Oof! Hut! Charge! I see everything! Let the world collide! It's justice o'clock! Yeah!
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can
Well,
take
that was
it.
lovely. Coagulation Pearl. The core of a device that can convert liquid phlogiston within a certain range into solid phlogiston. It can be carried around and even collected by Yumkasaurs. There also seems to be a pedestal specifically designed to hold these coagulation pearls. Though I know that you are only being polite, I am indeed glad to see you. This time my name belonged to a scribe from the Chamber of Deliberation. In truth, he rarely ever touched Quiller Ink himself. Not since the secret source servants were invented anyway. Now that's kind of depressing, a scribe that doesn't scribe himself. Owanyu. If you are without this permit, the astral assemblages within the heart of the Sacred Mountain will attack upon detecting any unauthorized entry. So it's a kill on sight kind of thing. Alright, just let me into the chamber. I'll figure it out myself. A dragon judge? Is it just me or is that somehow familiar? Sounds like you don't like it here. And neither would you, were you ever to have been regarded as a criminal. Alright. Activate the Chamber of Deliberations repair and purification facilities. Simple enough. Let's wreck stuff. Night night. Shadow foe threat detected. Internal safeguard. Auto repair mode activated. Never imagined there'd be this sort of mechanism around. Don't touch it, Paimon! It would be best not to. It will not distinguish between friend or foe. It simply consumes everything it touches. A crass and brutal approach. The designs these fools came up with. Indeed, I too did not expect our White Herald to have such hidden depths, such hidden wisdom. A shock, to be sure. Paimon doesn't get what you're so shocked about. Alright. The Court of the Dragons. Alright, let's get started. Good, good. Not unable, merely unwilling. Okay. So glad I can't blow myself up like that. Oh, that's a lot of numbers. Alright. Neutralization of human settlements? What the? Chamber of Deliberation, Sovereign Rulers, Council Records. Attendees. The Valiant One, Jade Maiden, Weaver of Secrets, Bestower of Bitter Springs, Toxic Rain over Boundless Forest, Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, Chronicler of the End Times, the Mirror of Dawning Morn, the Murmuring Spring, and Bone Breaker. All those names, and then they end it with Bone Breaker. The only one I'm sure I've heard of previously is Valiant One. I am pretty decent with the pronunciation of names with Latin roots, but even some of the pronunciations for these names escapes me. I am just skimming this transcript right now. Oh, Bonebreaker has something to say. Five in favor, 2 against, 3 abstained, consensus not reached. Well, at least action requires a consensus. I'm pretty sure I bombarded this area. So how did you survive? Three, two, one.
Strike a pop! Hero incoming!
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Alright, where am I? Oh, cool. I know where I am now. Alright. Finesse the shot. Excellent. Okay, so that's how it... No. Okay. For a second I thought I soft locked. But thankfully, Saurian Indwelling is so well done that you have to really try if you want to soft lock yourself. All right. Bullseye. Alrighty. Where to next? Oh, the impeachment inquiry into Regent Kukulkan. Session has been convened upon the initiative of the Second Lord, who proposes a joint impeachment of Regent Kukulkan by the sovereign rulers. Should consensus be reached, even abstainers will be bound to uphold the council's decision. Let the session commence. Second Lord, you may now present your case. The next section of the phlogiston inscription has been deliberately erased, rendering it unreadable. In other words, redacted. The final tally: 9 in favor and 4 abstained. Consensus reached. Everyone was in attendance here. Phlogiston inscription that could not be seen previously begins to emerge upon the erased records. O foolish, craven creatures, ever scurrying around like vile fleas, mindlessly gnawing at the flesh of your own kin like rabid dogs. You cower in the shadows of the great, trembling at the thought of change and progress. Yet you still have the audacity to usurp the mantle of strength. Pitiful fools, impotent wretches, how laughably absurd even your slander is. The sacred city has fallen. Such senseless ramblings have no place in this world. Oh. Wait, what? Watch out for the phlogiston barriers it sweeps down. Lovely. telling me to run for my life in an orderly fashion. Dude. Okay. Does it count as a dragon? Not at the moment, no. Activate the permit. And now we just go with the flow of this elevator and make sure we do not fall off.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2... not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
Wait, is he talking about a how?
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
My strength is gone.
Ow, that hurt.
Hurry up, Brassa! Here I go! Heads up!
Bring it!
Everyone hold hands! Yoo-hoo! Look out below!
Oh wow, everyone just jumped into lava trying to get me.
Ow, ow, ow! Hurry up, Brassa!
Did that grow out of the ground?
As for why there is wheat and a potato here, I couldn't even begin to tell you. Alright, we just need 38 more sky blooms.
Let's roll! Here I go!
Oh no.
Hey! I'm so stuck.
Why?
Strike a pose!
All right.
Yeah! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Yeah!
Why would the developers troll us like that? Make us think we're getting a
These should
chest
be
from
worth
that
something.
event,
Go on, take it.
only for it to trigger a law churl. That is not okay.
Yoo-hoo! Oof! Yeah! Yeah! Charge! Yeah! Good.
Are these edible?
Now, was it really necessary for Logix to actually dig into this thing? Alright, we got our way up.
good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
Alright, now it's active. I must be heavier. Is that chest embedded into the side of the ground? Wow. Okay. Wow, just push me out of the way, why don't you? I'm going up the wrong side. But somehow I still made it up here. And we're good.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it. Yep.
We got the phlogiston unit.
Bring it.
I wonder if we can climb this. Oh, that was a trip.
Running late again.
Did that grow out of the ground?
Hello, everyone.
Everything.
Hero incoming! Roll!
Fantastic.
Running late again. So shiny. Get back on track.
Wait.
Are these edible?
There's enough room for me to slip through here? Okay then.
What?
I chose a waypoint that was on the wrong level.
All right.
If it's not above me. That must be underground.
Here I go!
Get back on track.
Here I go!
Hurry up, Grassa. Are these edible?
Alright, we are going to stop right here for today. Around 3 hours.
Hurry up,
I don't want this stream to be too long this time around.
Add Astro.
We'll be finishing the rest of the volcano in the next stream.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Thank you so much to everyone who came to watch this stream today, and those who come to watch the playback later. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you will be notified of the next Genshin Impact stream. And to all of you poor souls who have been forsaken by the YouTube algorithm not getting notifications for streams and videos on time, think about joining the Sunset Grove Discord, the link of which is always in the description of my streams. if you want to be notified there. And I usually put notifications out an hour in advance, or maybe earlier if it's a special occasion. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.